Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while since I've set up here and made a video. Well, it's been about a week. I have plans to go over certain countries, including the United States, but I'll be doing that here in a few days. I have some things we need to talk about in regards to 2026, all right? But I'm on here because I have a strong intuitive thought in regards to what's going on in Europe, I do believe, with certain world leaders over there, including Keir Starmer, especially Keir Starmer. He's the recent newest collection. I strongly am getting that the Freemasons are involved with his power, which is why he's still there. And that includes Ursula as well. And a few other world leaders, like France and Germany, and maybe over in Brussels, maybe over in a Norwegian region over there. Could be some king power intertwined, if you know what I mean. I don't mean King Charles necessarily, but I'm talking like other royalty families who have crowns and princes and prince-to-be type energy. Yeah. I'm seeing Keir Starmer being protected by Freemasons. That's what I'm seeing. And they're trying to keep him in power as long as they can. And some people are going to say that that sounds ridiculous. Where in the world would I ever come up with that? I don't know. That's what I'm feeling. That's where my gut's going. They need him there because he's weak. He is a weak king in power. They need him there to build around him because he's not going to interfere with their one world plan. Digital IDs. All this stuff that's not going to really benefit the people. If Keir is gone and they bring a reform in there to the UK, for example, Farage, some people don't like him, but let's just say he's one. I would be very cautious if I were to go into that position because there's going to be opposition, correct? So if Starmer's gone, whoever takes his place would try to fight these things. So Starmer is there as a puppet. He was placed there as a puppet. Installed puppet. Just like Zelensky was. And is. Because Ukraine. Macron. But Macron... 4 cups. Macron has leveled up. He's trying to run NATO. He's trying to gain a position with NATO. And he may get it, but it'll be very short-lived. And temporary is short-lived, but I mean even shorter than that. That's where his mind's at, with that 4 cups. But if Keir Starmer is in power by the end of December, and he could be, somebody is helping him keep that position. Because everyone knows, especially those of you who live in the UK, you already know he should have been out a long time ago. They ousted Rishi Sunak so quick. They sacked him. I don't know. I don't live there, but it looks like to me, my observation is that Keir Starmer is just as worse, if not worse. If not worse. You see, Rishi Sunak was pushed out by the Masons and the ones trying to run the shit over there. This man was pushed out of his position because he didn't agree with what was going on in certain things. Now, a lot of people may disagree with me and they may hate Rishi Sunak. You're entitled to your own opinion. But I'm telling you, he knew something and he was ousted out of his position. Think about how quick he stepped down as prime minister. So what they do? They installed, was it Liz Truss? They put her in there as a puppet But she was only supposed to be there for like a couple of weeks or a month or so until they could find a successor, a replacement. She was just there. She was in on it. Yeah, she was in on it. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. Absolutely, she was. Macron knew. They had to select. They had to select Keir Starmer. He was the one they wanted. So here's the devil selecting Keir to give him the power over the UK because he's a weakling. His roots, you see, his roots are weak. They're not pierced into the soil, just barely there, holding balance. And the devil is loving that because the devil can water the roots when he wants to. He can pull flowers off when he wants to. He can make this thing wilter and die if he wants to. And that's Keir Starmer. I think there are covens involved and Freemasons. It's all connected. It's all connected. And they are about to be exposed. They are about to be exposed. So what happens when they're exposed? What do you think happens? They lose power. So they don't want to be exposed. They have to be protected. And Keir Starmer's not doing anything for the cause over there. But he's weak. They can work around him. If they bring someone in like Farage or another reform or someone in reform that's going to go against this, it would be a battle. In fact, it would be pretty damn dangerous for whoever takes Keir Starmer's position. It will be dangerous for them at this time because they are a threat, right? Keir Starmer's not. He's getting a check. He's getting paid. He's being embarrassed, called out for shit, but that's what he's there for. They did it with Boris Johnson, but at the end they did. At the beginning, I think Boris was loyal. They did it at the end for him, though. And then you saw what happened with Rishi Sunak. Rishi might have been crooked to some degree, but he wasn't down with everything. They got him out of there. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Got him out of there quick because he was not falling for the BS. So there are covens involved, in my opinion. I'm getting something with Irish roots. Don't know. And there is Masons. And they're all into the same thing. It's all the same. Witchcraft. Dark witchcraft. And the Masons. The Freemasons. But I say Masons. They're into that. And there's a strong Irish link. There is. And, a lot of people have issues against the royal family over in the UK. But I'll tell you something. I don't think William is going to be down with that. I'm not saying he's a perfect guy, but he may fight some of that darkness out. And when he becomes king, there's going to be exposure to some of these people, these higher-ups that are Freemasons. They run your government, they run your banks, they run real estate, they're all over the place. And they're keeping Keir Starmer right where he is. If he's out by December 28th, 29th, or the end of the month, I'll be shocked. And I know I said he'd be out. And many other psychics I've been told have too, even though I don't watch them. But I've been told that they are getting the same thing. But there is a window of opportunity, that's right, because there's going to be a fallen elite. Okay, there's going to be an elite that falls here soon. I don't have a timeline. I would say we'd start hearing about it at the end of December, but he's not going to actually fall for a couple of months, but he's going to weaken, and you're going to hear about it. See, when he falls, that starts to dismantle some of what's going on with these covens and the Freemasons start to uncover. So they may end up, keir might be a liability at that point, right? And a few other leaders. If I were Macron, I'd be very careful. Did I tell you about what I was getting with Macron? I think I mentioned it in a video. Yeah, I did. He needs to be careful. She's filling her cup cautiously. She knows what she's doing. This is Ursula. This is Ursula. I know that Ursula has a lot of power. Even if she looks like she's becoming weak, even if she looks like she's becoming unstable over there, or gets pulled back in some degree, she has a mission. She's placed there to rearm Europe. Even if you hear that she has lost a position, maybe behind the scenes, but not really. Balance that sword, balance the scales. She's there to balance, not in a good way. She's looking at the scales, more importantly, versus the sword. She's making sure they're perfectly aligned. Just like the people they put in these positions. All right, guys. I will be putting out a video in a few days. I've been really busy with my job, and also I've experienced some mild health issues, but I'm getting those taken care of. Yeah. So guys, if you're new to my channel, please hit the like button, share, subscribe. Please hype my videos. Thank you to my new subscribers and to my day ones. I appreciate you all very much. Keep in mind, under the comment section of my videos, please be polite. Please, please, okay? We all have our own views, our own opinions. We don't have to agree. All right? Until next time, I'll see you all soon.